I kept thinking was, ooh, we know there's talk of divorce. A divorce hasn't gone through. But if somebody is cheating, sometimes states have laws where if there is a cheating spouse, the other spouse who was cheated on could be receiving lots of money in the event of a divorce. What do you think here?
I mean, it's possible that that is where he's going. It's also possible that he's just establishing motive as far as why Durst may have killed his wife. I mean, he kept on asking questions about how Farrow was not willing to continue this relationship with him as long as he was with Kathie and he was married to Kathie. And he did ask the question of what resolved this, and it was the disappearance, obviously. So I think he's going down the road of establishing motive here.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely motive. You know, how I'm not quite sure yet. It was like just as it was starting to get juicy because who knew that Prudence Farrow, this woman he had this affair with, talked to authorities. So John Lewin definitely has something up his sleeve. And then here you saw that objection to hearsay. I mean, they had a good basis. Defense team was absolutely right to stand up and object to what Prudence said because Durst couldn't remember here. It was a very clumsy way of, in my opinion, of John Lewin saying, well, we'll talk at sidebar and then I'll explain why I'm going to impeach him. Well, no, you got to get him to commit to the testimony, right? And then confront him with the inconsistency. That's how it goes under the rules of evidence. This case has been really sloppy. Your thoughts on that, please, Lara?
Well, it's an interesting one to watch. It's very unconventional style, obviously, by Mr. Lewin. I mean, every prosecutor and every attorney, they've got their own style, and certain things may work for one, not others. But again, it's not necessarily the typical way that it's done. He's just taking way too long. At times, it's extremely difficult to follow. He's going to lose the jury at some point. It's very difficult for anyone to sit through this kind of testimony. I mean, I'm surprised Durst is not exhausted yet. I mean, he still is. He's pretty bright and intelligent. He really thinks through all the questions and answers that he gives, and that bullying continues even when he stops to try and remember things that are from 39 years ago. So, I mean, it's an interesting dynamic. But again, he could have been a lot more effective doing it a different way. But again, I mean, who are we to judge?